So question number 2 says, if I use the words perseverance, dedication, pride, determination, or character, which one of these words speaks to you the most when thinking about Midway?
I think probably pride. Everybody is proud of the fact that they graduated from Midway. And looking back, I know so many of our graduates and alumni who just think this was the finest school that they had ever attended.
You feel that so many of our Midway students come from generational Midway families. What do you think keeps them here?
Well, this is home, and they don't want to leave home. They want to stay in Midway and somewhere they love, and they want their children to come to the same school and have the same experiences they had in school. One of my best friends in high school was Donald Haraway. Donald Haraway served on our board of supervisors in the county for years. And when you say anything about Midway, he's right there. He's right there with you. He knows that he just loves to talk about Midway and to talk about his time that he was here.
Gets back to that pride thing that you were talking about in number 2.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have so many memories of Midway, but one thing comes to mind when you say that, and I guess it was in my senior year. We were in the district championship for basketball, and the game was being played at Prince George, and this was because Prince George had a gym and we didn't have a gym. And I think we were playing McKinney at the time, and McKinney had a coach that was just excellent. Paul Myers always had an outstanding team at McKinney. And Paul Myers, he taught agriculture, and when the 8th grader came into high school, the first thing they did was they made a basketball goal in the shop for them to put up at home so they could practice at home.
Okay.
But anyway, it was big. I mean, I can't tell you how big it was. Midway playing McKinney in the championship game.
I bet that was something to see.
And we beat McKinney. And they didn't know that we could beat them, but we did. We won that game. Let me tell you one other thing before we finish.
Okay.
My grandfather, John Benjamin Algiers, gave the property for the school to be built on, and I think it was in the teens. I think it was 1913. I'm not sure, but anyway, I think about that real often. He having owned this property and being able to give some of it to the county for the school.
That is really neat. That's what a legacy that.
In 1911, a 4-room frame building was built in Church Row, Virginia. The school was named Midway because it was halfway between Trinity, Memorial, and Southern schools. It had only 4 teachers. In 1915, Midway became a high school, and in 1936, the main brick building was built. And here's some interesting news. Lunch was only 10 cents, and milk was 5 cents. That's cheap. Midway's mascot was the tiger, and as the years passed by, many students and teachers passed through the doors of Midway. In 1965, Midway High School said goodbye to its last graduating class and welcomed a new era of students in grades 4 through 7 as Midway Elementary.
Most when you think about Midway.
I don't know if I could limit it to one word. There are 2 words that jump out at me. One is pride, the pride that the community has in Midway School. And this goes back many generations, okay? And the other word is character. And I look at Midway School and I look at the construction of it. It has a great deal of character. And when they did the renovation, they maintained a whole lot of the character of the school. I just really look forward to coming over here and the trees, the great big oak trees, in and around the school area, and the playground area is about as good as there is anywhere. So if I were to limit this to 2 words, if you would allow me, I would say character and pride.
The 70s and 80s brought many new ideas to Midway. The mascot was now the Marauders. The school colors were green and the new gym was built.
Midway continued to flourish in the 90s, and new growth meant a new wing with 14 additional classrooms. And can you believe that lunch increased to 95 cents? Wow!
I think that probably it's because the people before the present day students had a wonderful experience here. And they're very proud of Midway, and they take a great deal of pride in Midway. And so I could only answer it by saying that it starts at home, in the fact that the parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents thought a great deal of Midway and the Midway area. And what keeps them here? I hope that they realize that they're making something bigger and better than what they found. And the other one was, it's a little sentimental. In 1942, we are involved in World War II. And the class of 42 had a reunion. And one of the members chose not to attend, or at least said he was not going to attend. And the reason he didn't is because he didn't graduate. He signed up and went into the service. And the head of the committee for the reunion said, "Could you work something out for me? I'd like to present so-and-so with a diploma." And it so happened that we could get a copy from Everett Waddy. And in addition to that, Mr. Kreth was still alive. So the principal at the school at that time was able to sign it. So I think that is something I will always carry with me.
Absolutely, that's really wonderful.
Finally, in the 2000s, Midway emerged as the shining star that it had always been. Midway was recognized from 2008 to 2012 and 2015 to 2016 with numerous educational excellence awards. In 2017, Midway was named as the National Blue Ribbon School.
When you were here at Midway, when I say the word Midway, what comes to mind?
Definitely the first thing that popped in my mind was family. For different reasons. My own blood relation family was here. My great-grandma Folke taught here. My dad and his siblings, my nana, my papa, they all went here. My cousins went here. And just the staff, to me, just feels like a second family. When I was a kid, a student here, they welcomed me, they nurtured me. I remember I had a fall in first grade, and Miss Castle scooped me up and just held me like a baby. And just rocked me. And even, like, not just me, but I've noticed with other kids, other students, that the family is just, the faculty is so welcoming, just like a family, nurturing and just soft-spoken with them.
Great. As I talk to other Midway alumni, they use the words perseverance, dedication, pride, and determination, and character. Which one of these words speaks to you the most when you think about Midway?
I think dedication. It takes a very special person to be a teacher or a member of a school. And I think that everybody here that works here is dedicated to these students, dedicated to making their lives better, their school day easier. Some kids, they don't want to go to school. But I think that there have been multiple faculty and staff this year that I've noticed that immediately, and it's only September, almost October, I've noticed it every single day. Somebody dedicated to these kids and making their lives better, making their education the top priority.
You all are new to the area and new to Midway.
Good morning. We love it. We're here from Alabama, so we put in a lot of research into a good school for my son, and we couldn't have handpicked a better school.
I have fun. I like my teachers, and I I like lunch. Because they gave money from Hurricane Dorian to the Bahamas.
Why you love Midway?
I like all the fun activities we do. Our brains get more knowledge.
I like Midway because the teachers, and I like Midway because of art and music.
I like watching the kids grow up and leave and come back with their own children, bring them to Midway, and that's exciting to me.
How about you, Curtis?
Yeah, I like helping out with the kids, tying their shoes or whatever, and just.
Hey.
We